Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm Jenny Bienemann.
I'm Robin Bienemann.
I took his last name.
I gave it to her.
We'll agree to disagree. If you're here, it's the first Friday of the month. This is the usual night for Jenny and friends. And for the last several months, you've seen me coming to you live from this very living room, but just me and about 3 guitars and all my songs. So tonight, in celebration of spring and so many other wonderful events coming up on the horizon, instead of 3 guitars, I thought we'd have 3 acts. I thought tonight, let's celebrate duos, just like we did on Valentine's Day with Annie and Rod Capps and Catherine Miles and Jay Mafale. So tonight, we're going to have a show with 3 couples for you. We're going to go around 3 times. We are going to do a cover round for those who have been following the antics on Facebook. That will be happening. Before we get into the fun of it, we like to start this show by saying Black Lives Matter. To our friends with skin colors that are different than ours, we see you. We recognize that very often you have a very different experience of walking through the world than we do. And we are committed to acknowledging and changing to the best of our ability. For anybody who saw the events of the Capitol today and were triggered by that, we understand and we're with you. And the only thing that changes the terrible things that happen in the world is people coming together, doing what they love. And that's what we're going to do tonight. And that's why we're so glad you're here. Now, Robin.
Jenny.
Because this is a night of duos, Robin has penned what I believe he might refer to as a breakup song. And the good news is it's kept us from breaking up through 22 years of marriage. And just yesterday, we celebrated 26 years of togetherness.
Yeah, how about that? April 1st. That was no joke.
Woohoo!
Kept going.
Hey, let's bring our other artists on screen really fast.
That was fast.
There they are.
Congratulations, you guys.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Now that I can see you guys, can I tell the audience about you? Catherine and Jay, they're from New York. They're certified self-designated word nerds and recovering actors. They've won a ton of songwriting awards, and they're just delightful people. I'm so happy that the Jenny and Friends audience gets to have this time with you tonight. And then, that's right, our friends Annie and Rod Capps from the great, great state of Michigan. Troubadours with a touch of twang. Annie can sing, I almost said a bad word on air. Annie's voice is the stuff of legends, and Rod can play anything with strings. So you have 3 hotshot guitar players for you tonight, and I don't feel the need to pick up a guitar at all.
What?
Yes.
Fine. I'm not going to pick one up either.
Well, the last time we were all together was in Ann Arbor, right?
Yes, virtually, of
Indeed.
course. Yep.
We are. And now we're
Beautiful
all
art.
together in Chicago.
Yay!
How do you guys like the weather?
I love
feels
Chicago.
Strangely similar.
I know, right?
I miss Chicago, yeah.
It does. It feels exactly like it did in February in my basement with the heater blowing on us. But how are things in New York?
Today they're surprisingly cold. We had a little bit of a cold snap. Went back down to the high 20s. But I
High
have
20s.
daffodils blooming, so I can't really complain. I mean, I just
I
hope they
know.
last.
Well, what is West of us doing? Chicago, what do we got coming?
Well, the weather's great right now. So we're
Good.
lucky in that regard. And then
We'll
in
get it
2
tomorrow.
days, the Easter Bunny's coming, if that was what you were asking about.
Yeah, I figured
I
figured they would get to you first.
I'm so glad we got off the weather and onto the Easter Bunny because seriously, like this was becoming like, oh, good. Let's talk about the
but
weather.
then
for
why
a
do we
bit.
all have Christmas lights hanging behind us?
I know. Well, you
It's
know.
true. We thought about changing colors for the season, and then we were like, nah, we like the colors.
I like the colors. I like the
All right.
colors.
They
We're
look
going
like
to play
jelly beans in this season.
They do look like jelly beans. The jelly beans you find at Easter eggs. All right, we're going to play a song for you guys now. Ready?
All right,
Please.
this is a song that might make you a little thirsty. It's called Cup of Tea.
It breaks my heart like a teacup that I can't get you to warm up to me. It's hard as a rock for me to accept that I am just not your cup of tea.
I am not your cup of tea, not your brand nor your favorite kind. You prefer some other variety. I am not yours, but you are mine. I fall with a splash, then a puddle. Liquid and warm, I lie on the floor. So tired of trying to be subtle, you see, you're my cup of tea, but I am not yours. I am not your cup of tea, not your brand nor your favorite kind. You prefer some other variety. I am not yours, but you are mine.
I wish we'd be tea for each other on a cozy winter's day with a blizzard above, but instead it's as cruel as the weather that I am. Never be the cup of tea that you love.
I am not your cup of tea, not your brand nor your favorite kind. You prefer some other variety. I am not yours, but you are mine. Maybe instead I'm your can of beans, or your cool glass of water, or your bottle of beer. In your routine by some other means than warming your hands, blowing steam in your hair. I am not your cup of tea, not your brand nor your favorite kind. You prefer some other variety. I am not yours, but you.
Yeah.
Jenny,
You're my cup of tea.
just to be square here,
Yeah. Just want to be straight about it. I still like him.
26 years later, still drinking that tea.
Yeah.
That I just
That's
love
a
that.
was
beautiful
lovely.
song.
Classic Robin.
Mm.
It is classic.
It's beautiful.
Indeed.
Yep. I
Who's
didn't
up
pick up
next, Jenny?
Yeah, who's up next, Jenny?
Well, I remember Catherine saying she likes to go third.
Oh,
Maybe
that,
that's
okay.
She
Excellent.
likes to find
well,
the
I can
third.
do that math.
I think we can figure that out.
Which-
Hi, everybody. By the way, what
which tune are you
a
going for?
nice bunch of people out there. I see you. I see Shannon. I see Alan. Hi, Alan. Hi, Anne. I don't usually do this. It's just so bizarre. But I can actually see people now for a change because the chat's really big on my screen. So I'm taking this off now. Did you want to say anything else, Jenny, before I can't no longer hear you?
No, take it off.
Take it off.
I love Annie Caps, and she has agreed to run this show for us. So, like, she's our hostess tonight.
I love this. Watch now. This is what I have to do. Kaboom. Ah. Let's just say once again, this is like what I've been saying lately is when Robin and Jenny Bienemann call, you pick up the phone.
Indeed.
And while we rarely actually talk on the phone, I see an email come into my inbox from Jenny Bienemann and I jump on it. A lot of other people have to wait. And I would say the same about Catherine and Jay. So we are in the midst of some of our absolute favorite people on the planet. And Jenny, thank you so much for putting this together. We've been looking forward to this for a long time. So I guess it makes sense to kick off with a song that is new, but inspired by our attempts at finding gratitude, at least he and I, speaking of gratitude, during this past year and with everything that's been going on in the world. We are fortunate that we have each other and that we still like each other. He's very much my cup of tea. Ready, buddy?
Yeah.
Ground up the last coffee beans, another day, glued to screens, a deluge of depressing memes. Hold on tight, my love. Truth is where I gravitate. I picked that lock a bit too late, so tell it to me nice and straight. Hold on tight, my love. I'm grateful that you haven't given up on me. I am grateful for all that's yet to be. Well, we're under the sword of Damocles. Rhymes and bad things come in threes, so blow the dust off the piano keys. Hold on tight, my love. Still haven't gotten used to December sneaking up on you, coming for our patch of blue. Hold on tight, my love. I'm grateful that you haven't given up on me. I am grateful for all that's yet to be. Ticking time bombs everywhere. When it's more than we can bear, we lose ourselves in boxes filled with passing years. One or two escaping tears, lost forever reappears. Hold on tight, my love. Hold on tight, my love. Hold on. Hold on tight, my love.
Beautiful.
Hold on tight. So bad things and rhymes come in threes. That was such a great lyric. Bad things and rhymes come in threes, which is not to say that rhymes are bad things.
No,
And the fact
it's
that
just that sometimes good things and sometimes bad things come in threes.
you sort of Damocles in the song really is impressive.
You know, I was looking for an ease rhyme that wasn't typical, and it just fell into my lap, which I could tell you more about later. But
dropped
thank you for
like
We had to
noticing.
take her to the we had to take her to the emergency room immediately.
It was yeah.
It was a deep arterial gosh.
Thanks,
I don't know
Susan.
why it stuck with me that you pronounced piano in the middle of that song, and I was wondering if there was the discussion about how many syllables you needed.
Piano.
Oh, right. So I needed less
Piano.
syllables. Right. Piano. No, it's a British mother.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is how I learned how to say piano.
Oh.
That's right.
Jay's
Your mom was British, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah, she's, I don't like to use the word mutt, so about my mother, but she's from, she's got a lot of, yeah. Moving on.
Nice.
Thank you. Hello, lovelies. I'm rearranging you
Hello.
so that you can be on top.
I'm just going to leave that alone.
Yes, you are a family show.
She likes to go third. I'm muting myself now.
Shall we just?
I don't even know what to know. So while I would love to follow that with a love song, we don't write a lot of love songs for each other or anybody else. But in honor of the fact that this is a springtime show, since it is April 2nd, we're going to play a song called March. Alan, had I known you were watching, I would have made some kind of introduction for you on this one, but we didn't know. We were planning already to play this one. March.
Yeah, sounds good.
What kind of name is that for a girl? March. Would she choose it for herself? Is it a blessing or a burden that she carries through this world? March. It's a fitting description. How she gets through her days. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. March. In a field in Ohio, a little girl stands and she sways, and that's March. With the turbines and the pipeline and the crosses by the side of the highway. It's everything she knows, while the barns, they're falling down slow. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. She is a plain Jane with a name tag in a shopping mall. She's just a painted pony with a pinch or a whistle and no name at all. In the land of sticks and stones, the land of broken homes, the land of endless greed, the land of make-believe. Reality TV. March closes her eyes, thinks back to when she was young. March feels the sting of the needle, hears the buzzing of the gun. She almost took the blame, carried her weight of shame. She almost quit the game. March. She opens up her eyes, she's ready to begin. She wrote it on her skin. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. You gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. You gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. Oh, March.
Woo! Oh God, I'm so in love with that song, and I'm so sorry that open mic moment in the middle of your song was me, and I'm so sorry.
Did you see me fighting the fact that these headphones were going to go shooting off the back and hit the couch behind us? They were any second now going to
Oh.
go flinging across the room. It's
I
very
was just
coiled
listening
spring.
in wonder. That was
I know.
just incredible. The
What a
voice and the
fabulous
playing.
tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything about
I just
that.
wanted to point out that I was also going to wear headphones tonight, but the hat wouldn't allow it. So.
Exactly.
I
That's a
think
styling hat, man.
really anybody who tunes into this show understands that this group is ruled by fashion. Truly.
I only changed 3 times in the last 5 minutes before the show. Fine.
Rod asked earlier about what's happening in these parts, and we do have some fun things coming up. Robin and I are part of something new at a new venue in Chicago called Hey Nani, and we're doing what's called a Tuesday night special, meaning us and another duo will be splitting the night on the last Tuesday of every month. Tuesday night special. And Rod and Annie are going to be our very first guests in May. So May 25th, they're going to be joining us. And we hope to have... Yeah.
To clarify for Chicagoans, it's in Arlington Heights, which is in the Chicago area.
That's right.
That is out. And Arlington Heights racetrack is recently shut down. So now going to be pushing the music out there.
Spoken like a Chicagoan, Chicagoans. If you live in Chicago, that's Chicago. Chicagoland is outside of the Chicago limits. So you're absolutely right. Hey Nani is in Chicagoland. Anyway, Rod and Annie are going to be our very first guests. We hope that we're going to have Miles and Mafale out one of these days. And we'd like to sing a song for you glorifying musical establishments.
Indeed, this is Jenny actually went out. Was it last night? Fitzgerald's? Or
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Our local bar that has music, Fitzgerald's, which is a very, very cool place, opened had been open in the summertime outdoors for music, and had opened kind of officially in the COVID era the other night, and Jenny got to go over there and see that. So this is a song that sort of celebrates. You know, a lot of people, since we haven't been going to bars and stuff, people forget how to behave in a bar. And this is a sort of an educational song to remind people what's expected of you. Well, bar stool etiquette would dictate that you may return to the stool upon which you sat. Well, the conditions under which you forfeit your claim are rarely discussed and never explained, and that's intentional. Now, it's intentionally vague, never spelt. It's intentional. Intentionally vague, never spelt out, nor never sitting on a page, but the lack of specificity attracts specificity.
A vapor.
Floating in the air, information designed to be psychically shared among the regular patrons of this watering hole. Now it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's intentionally vague. It's intentional. It's intentional. It's intentionally vague.
So back to this barstool thing. If Annie gets up with a band to sing...
Well, even though nobody wrote it down, now her bar stool is sacred ground.
And if Catherine hits the ladies' room...
Well, we all understand that she will be back soon. But if you pick up your drink and walk to the back, now your bar stool just got the sack, and that's intentional. Now it's intentionally vague, neither spoken out loud nor written on a page. You see, the lack of specificity attracts serendipity, a vapor floating in the air, information designed to be psychically shared among the regular patrons of this watering hole. Now it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's intentionally vague. It's intentional. It's intentional. It's intentionally vague. It's intentional. It's intentional. It's intentionally vague.
What about a drink that's 3/4 full, but the bar stool is empty? Now what's the rule?
Well, there's 14 minutes on the beverage clock, but after 7, the bar stool goes on the block, and it's a combination in the great untold of common courtesy and secret code. Now, I suppose it will never be fully revealed. You see, the multiple layers must remain unpeeled, and that's intentional. Well, it's intentionally vague, neither spoken out loud nor written on a page. You see, the lack of specificity attracts serendipity, a vapor floating in the air, information designed to be psychically shared among the regular patrons of this watering hole. Now, it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's vague, and that's intentional. Well, it's intentionally vague. It's intentional. It's intentional. It's intentionally vague. There you go, a little reminder of what's expected of you guys out there.
Yes. Oh my God.
Important. Just important.
That is.
Oh, look at that one. Sorry, I'm just.
The world wrote that one.
That was.
That's
Yeah.
actually,
oh my God.
that's actually word for word. That's just from the manual of how to behave in a bar. in our
That you
neighborhood.
wrote. My face hurts.
I thought it was so clever of the way, in the early part of the song, you introduced what people sound like when they've been sitting at the bar too long.
That's right.
I thought that was so generous
All
of
right,
you.
kind of meta.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, it was.
I
Kind of
thought
into
that
the
was
meta thing.
really wonderful.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. And I just,
That's-
I don't just,
that's pure
how do we
craft.
follow that, dear Les? I'm going to be intentionally vague. Because here's the thing about songwriting. I'm lucky to be part of a lot of songwriting groups where I'm held accountable for writing a song, and I get in trouble if I don't. So I have a few songs that we're going to play for you that are new tonight, a couple more anyway. But one of the things we talked about recently was our responsibility as songwriters to make sure that the person who is listening knows what our intention was. And I have a friend who shall remain nameless who believes that it shouldn't be so vague. And I believe in intentionally vague. So thank you, Robin, for being the lead into that, because you can take from this song what you like, but the overarching theme behind it is the idea of grief and how there's a point when you have to move on and it's really hard to do. But I was also inspired by Thich Nhat Hanh's book, The Art of Living, where there's a moment where he's talking about the rain and the water and the ocean, and how the rain is all part of the water, and this kind of cycle. He said it much more beautifully and poetically than I am right now, but some of that comes into play in this song. We're calling it Unbound for right now, and that's because Riverbound, because that's what everybody else kept calling it. When the part of me you think you know crashes into the part of me I never show, wandering round in the debris, you'll find there a raw and ragged used to be. There's a hard rain, river bound, and the grand facade is coming down. When the neon neon sign across my face starts to flicker at a ruthless pace. In a flash, the light goes dim. Now I walk in circles on this phantom limb. There's a hard rain, river bound, and the grand facade is coming down, and nothing can turn this lifeboat around. Drifting with the current, all that's missing will endure, enter a future as unsure as when the part of me that let you go wakes up with the part of me that loved you so. Aching arms won't bear the weight of too long on the wrong side of sorrow's gate. There's a hard rain, river bound, and the grand facade is coming down to all this grief left on the ground. But nothing can turn this lifeboat around.
Fantastic.
I am.
Beautiful playing. That was just wait to compliment them until they have their headsets on. Beautiful playing. Oh my gosh.
What a song. It's such a people who don't know Rod may not know that he's one of the best guitarists I know, but also one of the best fiddle players. And that's kind of like a hybrid of a fiddle and guitar sound. I don't know. What's it called?
It's called an EBO.
An EBO.
Yeah.
I have when I was a kid, I would stay up late and watch Don Kirshner's rock concert. And I just remember seeing Black Oak, Arkansas. I think two guys with their screaming guitars and EBOs, just like making those things scream like that.
Yeah.
That may be the most recent time I saw that since I've seen you do it.
Oh, that's cool. The first, I think one of the first recognizable recordings of it was that Don't Fear the Reaper tune by Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah.
And that note at the end of the solo that seems to hold on forever is I think a proto EBO that was actually a big floor mounted unit that had a clamp that was on the headstock and probably was high voltage and exceedingly dangerous. But now it's just a little gadget. Anyways, thank you.
You're just making me regret we didn't learn that song for
I know.
The sound of that song. That was one of those songs that you just are in the sound of that song. It creates a space.
I agree with you, Catherine. You're in the sound of that song.
Of that song. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
And
It was
Annie,
beautiful.
what was that lyric of the part of me that lets you go wakes up with a part of me that loves you so?
Yeah.
That was lovely.
Yeah. Thank you. You guys are so good at this. But I also want to give credit where credit is due on the song. I've had this line, my dear friend Sherry Kane, who talk about badass guitar players, is also one of my guitar teachers. And she, one day we were talking on the phone and she just said something about this part of her that just crashed into this other part of her. And I'm like, can you hold, please? And I wrote that down in probably 2-3 years ago. And just in the process of doing what I do, when I start fishing through notes, that line showed up at just the right time. And so it kind of led me to the rest of it. But anyway, Yeah.
And just
Beautiful.
melodically beautiful. I was muted and yet singing. 'Cause
Oh.
I couldn't help myself but
Well,
but
hold
wanna
that
sing
thought,
along
my
with
dear.
that.
Because when I
Holy moly.
record it,
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'll be in touch.
Right
Yes,
here.
please.
I
All
live for
right.
harmony.
I know you
Um,
do.
So, all right, we're gonna take. Well, I'll intro this song talking about the songwriting because that's good from Annie's and Rod's talking about the songwriting of that song and how things happen. This song has existed for a number of years, and it just was never right. Audience may not have known we felt that way about the song. We played it with Karen Oliver and Caroline Solbella was part of Note. We played the song with no fuss, and we sang it with all our hearts. And every single time, Jay and I would afterwards go, "That song's not right. There's something not right." And then a few months back, we just one day fixed the chorus. The chorus just became the right chorus, and that was the problem. And Carol Ann, I couldn't wait to call her and tell her, and Karen, and the response was, "Now it's a Buddhist song." That's right. It's right now. Like it's the right song now. So this is Happy. An old woman in her garden stares at hands covered with dirt. Suddenly she cries out, "Has this all been wasted work? I've spent so much sweat and struggle to bring order to this place. All I've got, thriving chaos." Then a smile spreads across her face. "Oh, look around, who knows what tomorrow brings? Oh, right now, this is happy. Little children building castles that the waves will wash away. In the sunlight they are laughing, Dad is watching as they play. He knows the day will come when they will let go of his hand, so he helps them fill their buckets with love and memories and sand. Oh, look around, who knows what tomorrow brings? Oh, right now, this is happy. There are mornings when I wake to find my heart has wooden wings, sure that even at the speed of light I will never catch my dreams. There's a little furry monster who sleeps curled up at my feet, sweet everyday reminder of all the joy in simple things. Oh, look around, who knows what tomorrow brings? Oh, right now, this is happy. Oh, look around you, who knows what tomorrow brings? Oh, right now, this is happy.
Oh boy. Feel that chorus, you guys.
Dare you not to feel good after that.
Did you see the comment? A Buddhist reggae song. Yay.
I actually saw Buddhist Reggae open for REO Speedwagon at the Merchant Civic Center back in 1987.
Yep.
They were
They
very
may have had
laid
an
back.
Ebo, a proto Ebo.
Proto Ebo was the opener.
Oh, okay.
Proto-Evo.
The opener. Remember those?
Yeah.
Like you go to see some big band in
They'd
a
still
big,
be
huge
setting
auditorium
up.
and be like,
Remember
an
them?
hour,
We
have
still
you
are
been one of
them.
the opener? Dang, I think that was a coveted spot.
We
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
played in the lobby of Jones Beach once. Remember that?
Oh,
Oh, really?
my God.
Oh,
That's awesome.
We literally opened for the opener. We were playing with a country roots band called Jackalope Junction back. in the
Oh,
day,
great
very,
name.
Very long ago, and we played in literally the lobby of the Jones Beach theater. Like they had a stage outside of the theater that they set up, and we played there.
Oh, dig.
Wow.
Opening for the
Wow.
opera.
We should talk about our like weirdest gigs.
Totally. I got to shout out though, that lyric of filling your bucket with,
Yep.
what was it? Memories and sand and
Love.
what?
Memories,
Love
love, and sand.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like you guys to come over and maybe fill my bucket.
Yes.
Some love, memories, and
All right,
sand.
Jenny, let's stop
I was
with
just
the
gonna-
interesting metaphors.
Yes. I'm so glad you said something.
I'll be there third.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate that.
We love each other so damn much. It's ridiculous.
So very much.
So-
We're going to play another song for you guys. And for those of you who don't know, I take a photo or draw a picture and I write a haiku and I post it on social media most days. These are collected in books like this one. That's the new one, Haiku Milieu. There's also a tiny book, this one right here. And on April 23rd, in conjunction with Hey Nani, a bunch of people who have written songs to a photo in haiku are going to share their brand new original songs. And that is going to stream out live via Facebook. And we're really excited about that concert. And the next song that we're going to do as a duo has more to do with how the haikus get written, because the haikus literally are written about what is happening right now in the moment, exactly as Jay and Catherine exhorted us to pay attention. That is how the haikus get written. So here.
Crooked Path.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite make the connection between what you said and what I thought was the next song here.
Wait, you can't read my mind? Things come into the house, never get put away. We have to watch our step, we trip every day. It's crooked path through, but I'll surmount the insurmountable and get through. Where does this belong? Who can even say? I lost track of what it's for, but I don't let it stand in my way. It's crooked path through, but I'll ignore the unignorable and get me to you. I'd ask you to clean up if I didn't like it this way. There's something so exciting about finding you every day. You don't have to worry, I won't ask you to change. Long as you're with me on this crooked path every single day. I'd ask you to clean up if I didn't like it this way. There's something so exciting about finding you every day. You don't have to worry, I won't ask you to change. As long as you're with me on this crooked path every single day. Now, honey, I will find you. It's not a close call. You're under that lamp, behind that chair, beyond the elephant on the wall. It's crooked path through, but I'll surmount the insurmountable and get through. Things come into the house, never get put away. We have to watch our step, we stub our toes every day. It's crooked path through, it's crooked old path through. It's crooked path through, but I'll surmount the insurmountable and get me to you. And write that haiku.
Oh my God. Yay.
That was adorable.
That is a song about a messy house, which nobody can see that we
We
do
don't
because
live
our
in.
camera is pointing
We don't live in one.
one direction.
That's right. This
Yes,
is the rest of the house looks just like this.
You don't spin that camera.
Oh my
whatever you
gosh.
do.
No, you do not want to see what's on the other side over here.
I'm
And
glad
I
we got that.
love your finger style playing. Sorry. I just had to
Oh,
get
you're
that in
sweet. Thanks. We actually wrote that song in a hotel room with another friend of ours who's a great blues guitarist from Milwaukee, Alex
Alex Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Wow.
great.
Very cool.
You guys,
Very cool.
so clever, so beautiful, so hard to follow.
You have such talented friends.
Damn,
You do.
I know. All right, so here is. I'm going to play right off of the Messy House theme because it just happens to play off of what I wanted to play anyway. But weirdly, it's like if we were doing a show, I would want to have playful songs in between some of the sadder songs. And I feel like it's my job tonight to play some of the sadder songs.
I'm sad because I just lost my end pin.
Uh-oh. I'm going to need the end pin.
That's all right. It's around here somewhere.
Yeah, Messy Houses.
Find it next year.
This is a song that came out of a prompt from a songwriting group that gets us prompt every month, and we write a song from that prompt. And the prompt for this one was My Father's House. And
If you say prompt again, I'm drinking.
So yeah, I've also been noticing that like this whole time of COVID, been journaling again and sort of, spending a lot of time in my own head and my own thoughts, which I'm sure a lot of us can relate to. And it's not a very comfortable place to be sometimes, but been doing a little bit of digging,
Headphones.
trying to do a little digging deeper in the songwriting world. So, turns out that my father's house, the house that my dad's been gone for 19 years now, but his widow still lived in the house that was theirs for 35 some odd years. And she moved away, downsized into a 4,000 square foot house. Don't get me started. And she called me up one day to say that the house that they lived in that held a lot of memories for our whole family, was purchased and the new owners were going to tear it down. And this happened pretty much right at the same time that we got this prompt. So I started going down a whole different path of the house of my fathers. The wrecking ball is scheduled to arrive today. My father's house is coming down. Well, I can't take a wrecking ball to my memories, but I can watch them hit the ground. And all the wasted flesh and bone, all the ghosts who linger, long since flown. I can still hear the garage door opening, just enough time to run upstairs. In my room I could be spared undue reckoning, staying out of his crosshairs. You start to pick up on the clues, all the little things it would take to blow a fuse. But it's over now, seems so small as it tumbles earthbound. I forage for forgiveness 'neath the shattered walls of madness scattered all around. My father's house had eggshells across every floor, and that's bad news shoes for this clumsy child. I learned to fear the smell of Old Spice and nicotine, and the hint of vodka in his smile. Too many walls, too many rooms, a well-seasoned pot roast with just a dash of doom. But it's over now, seems so small as it tumbles earthbound. I forage for forgiveness, knowing that these ties have come unbound. The wrecking ball is scheduled to arrive today. My father's house is coming down.
My heavens.
Annie, Rod, holy moly.
Input there.
Hello.
Wow. Wow.
That was a beautiful song, beautifully played by both of you, and I echo my colleague from New York's sentiments. Holy moly!
Oofa.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thank you for
Skip us?
letting me. Do you know how that's okay? Can we just talk about that for a second, for these moments that you have? I'm not going to lie. I don't have a lot of songs that, well, anybody who knows me knows that I love wordplay and I love playing around with, melody and styles and all this stuff. And I'm inspired by so many different things. But, it has, I've been following some breadcrumbs to really kind of let myself go places that I haven't gone before. And it's been scary for me in a lot of ways. I don't mean to, yeah. So thank you
No,
again
it's
for letting me, yeah.
Totally. That's what it is to be an artist and a human being.
Well, you get afraid that you're putting too much on your sleeve but it turns out a lot of people can relate to my experience. So I'm comforted by
Yeah.
that. So like Alan, my dad used to blow a fuse regularly. See, thank you, sir. Yeah. Different times. All right.
It was a
Enough of that.
phrase from
Thank
their
you.
times, even.
Passing
No
on
one
to our
blows
pals
fuses
from
anymore.
New York in the nice hat.
so many things I want to say to you, Annie, but I'm not going to say them here or now. But I think we're not going to change gears after that song. We're going to stay with a not the same topic, not the same theme, but stay with the quiet song. And in a way, kind of connect you what Annie was just saying about people. You go somewhere that's maybe personal for you as a writer, or maybe much of it is personal and there's other pieces in there, and you put this song together. And at the same time, you think, is anybody else going to feel this song? Right? I think that's kind of, and then you realize, like, oh no, I'm not the only one with this story or that story or the other story. And so, the song that we're going to do, at its heart, is a song about grief. And I know Annie and Rod did a song about grief earlier. We are doing one now. And what I believe, I think what we've come to believe is that deep grief, right? What triggers that grief in your lifetime, that kind of grief, or other different people's grief. It may be different things, but the way we go through grief, that is the same, no matter what caused that grief for you. So this is one story of grief. It's a happy little tune, full of snaps and giggles. No. That's a defensive mechanism, in case any of you didn't notice.
Amen, sister.
You were mine for 8 weeks. You were mine for a lifetime in my dreams. You were a mystery that I'll never solve. I don't know how to live with that. I close my eyes. I am far out on the water. All these questions I have carried, I cast over the waves. I let them go to slowly fade beneath the surface. Time, you are an ocean, please swallow all this pain. I can't say I was ready. All I know is I was unprepared. Were you my answered prayer? Where's that desperation? I don't know, how do I live with that? I close my eyes. I am far out on the water. All these questions I have carried, I cast over the waves. I let them go to slowly fade beneath the surface. Time, you are an ocean, please swallow all this pain. You were a gift unopened. You were one future, a fleeting glimpse. You were both hope and doubt, and now there's nothing. I don't know, how do I live with that? I have to learn how to live with that. I close my eyes. I am far out on the water. All these questions I have carried, I cast over the waves. I'll let them go to slowly fade beneath the surface. Time, you are an ocean, please swallow all this pain. I will not break. 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 I close my eyes. I am far out on the water. All these questions that I have carried, I cast over the waves. I let them go to slowly fade beneath the surface. Time, you are an ocean, please swallow all this. Time, you are an ocean. Time, you are. You are. You are an
Stunning.
in the words of my colleague, holy moly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
That
I've
is
been-
a gorgeous, gorgeous song. And Catherine, hearing you sing in the for our home audience in your home and having to kind of restrain yourself from where I know your voice wants to go is like, it's just incredible. And it so adds to the power of the songs. And I just want to say, Jay, you're a wonderful guitar player. And you made that guitar sound like the ocean, you know? You just
Yeah.
really you're a great guitar player.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I remember you played that at Folky Valentine, and it took my breath away that time too. So beautiful.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
And the story behind it, if I recall, is the stunning, honest to goodness. Oh my gosh, you guys. A
Well,
moment of quiet. I've been forgetting to put the little thingies, the captions out to tell people where you can find everybody. So let's take a moment now, shall we? I just had Catherine and Jay upset Jenny and Robin Bienemanns.
Look at that.
I went to all the trouble to type these up in my
It's
little
like
restream thing.
magic.
So look, can I do this, Jenny? Do you mind? Can I do
no,
this?
I love
Look,
it. It's
look at it.
fantastic.
All right, everybody take a
Well-
moment. You can't click on it or anything. It's just a...
She can talk
It's-
over though if she
it's
wants. I mean, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
talk.
Feel free to talk. I'm just going to keep doing this.
I mean, if you only knew how I can talk. After 26 years, I think Robin can tell you.
Oh, we know. And we love it. Every minute of it.
Well, it really is. It's so fun to play with another duo who are partners in music and life because you really understand how different everybody is, you know?
Mhm.
And it's like our songs are in dialogue with each other. And I love that. I absolutely love it.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to make people understand what this first Friday with Jenny and friends. Some people may not know what it is, but in the COVID era, it's become First Friday doing this an hour and a half. Sometimes just Jenny, sometimes Jenny and a guest. But it all comes from Fitzgerald's from going on for 4 years, where Jenny would put together these legendary 6 or 7 hour shows that would start with a song in the round. As long as you're doing it for an hour, you may as well do it for 2 hours.
I
And
mean, 5 to
special
7
guest.
song in a round.
a special guest, sometimes another special guest, and then Jenny's rock and roll band with
All
Jenny's
right.
songs, and that we would play until after midnight.
Wow.
And then
Sounds like
they have
joyous.
pizza for the next 2 hours. So
Makes me want to move to Chicago so I could, like, right next to Fitzgerald so I can be there every single time.
yeah, we almost are. Well, thank you for letting us
Whoa.
all be part of your
We can
first
do
Friday
that.
moment, Jenny.
Oh, I love having
Yay,
you here so
Jenny,
much.
Jenny.
I love it. I love it. Also, I don't know that I got 6 hours in me anymore, you guys.
I know, right?
Do you feel like you do?
Wait,
We'll-
we're playing
no,
for 6
but-
hours today?
Yeah, no.
Hey, just getting started.
Yeah. We're going to midnight, people.
We're going
We'll
the
still
long
drive
haul.
to Chicago 4 hours for a couple
Yeah,
of
you know,
couple
the
of 3
stamina
hours.
for the audience is even still, right? Or just not
Yeah.
even for the live streams. You're kind of like, okay,
It's
I've had
hard in
enough
a
now.
live- This is such a hard thing in a live stream. It's like watching a video of a play.
Yeah,
Music
it is.
Yeah.
It just doesn't
It's a very
translate
different
the
thing.
same way as live in a room.
But
You
it's
guys
still
are-
good for cooking. Like if you're cooking and you have someone's live stream on, works great.
Because then
Yeah.
your house doesn't smell like onions when it's done. and that's good.
Oh my gosh.
I love
Well,
this.
we just did 3 rounds of originals. And are you guys still in? You want to do covers?
Yes.
I
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes,
leading
sure.
question.
I-
I know that covers.
I know,
coming.
right?
I mean, we don't have to if you guys don't want to.
Yeah, try and stop us.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, we're going to kick off the cover round with a mashup of 2 covers.
Oh, I should mention it. So I got a new album coming out in just really weeks, months, however long it takes. It's called Animal Communicator, and it's got some songs about animals. And this is a little song about. This is not on the album, but this is a song about one of our favorite animals.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I
Rubber-ducky, joy of joys. When I squeeze you, you make noise. Rubber-ducky, you're my very best friend. It's true.
Well,
Every day when I make my way to the tubby,
I find a
little fella who's cute and yellow and chubby.
all of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I am no good without you? Take my lips, I long to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took that part that once was my heart. So why not take all of me? All of
Rubber-ducky,
me.
you are the one.
Why not take all?
You make bath time
of
oh
me?
so
Oh,
fun.
dear, can't
Rubber-ducky,
you see?
you are my
I'd
very
be
best
lost
friend.
without
It's true.
your
Rubber-ducky, joy of
goodbyes.
joys.
Left me without
When I squeeze you,
that cry.
you make
Oh,
noise.
dear, how
Rubber-ducky,
can
I am awfully
go on
fond of.
without
Rubber-ducky, I am awfully fond of. Rubber-ducky, I'm awfully fond
without
of you.
Yeah!
Jenny's the host, so we get to do two. We decided.
I love
Oh
that
my God, I'm
mashup.
so glad you did it.
So
Please.
perfect.
Yep.
That was
So,
killer.
it's so perfect. I'm never grows old. And the
Good.
facial expressions, I'm sorry, but these moments that you got, I know.
I know.
God dang it.
I don't think that Robin
Oh.
sees Jenny though. Sometimes when she has.
I know.
certain facial expressions.
I just look right through her.
And you know what? 26 years, he can feel me. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
need to see what's happening here. He knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Vapor.
26 years.
It's vapor.
Hey.
26 years of togetherness.
Da-
22
Together.
years of
It's our
marriage.
dating
Yeah.
anniversary, actually. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
The
Oh,
reason
we
to
have one of
remember-
those.
Our dating anniversary is April 1st. Our wedding anniversary is August 1st. So it's
For
easy,
those keeping track,
easy for a gentleman to remember.
No joke.
Yeah, right. The first, but can I just
Carry the
say,
one.
like, the first date you went on was on April Fool's Day. Like, I
We
don't
went
know
to
how-
see we went to see Michael Hedges. I didn't even know who Michael Hedges was, and Jenny took me to see him.
Wow.
Wow,
That was cool.
That's nice.
that's awesome. Awesome. Well, happy anniversary, you two. Okay. From the sublime to the ridiculous. Here we go.
now wasn't there some debate about what your song was going to be?
Oh, no. We
Okay.
know.
All right. Very good.
We-
I just, for the
we
audience,
knew-
I wanted to build the anticipation.
Oh, okay. Yes, maybe. Well, only because we started talking about "Don't Fear the Reaper," right? Because we can't, I can't just pull that one out of my. I mean, he can. No fair. No fair.
Proto Ebo.
We're
I
gonna
don't think that's the right lick.
we're gonna do
Let me get my phone.
everything I play today is a short one, or short songs, but so I can talk a little bit. But we get to be part of this annual concert that's held at the Ark, and it
In Ann
is in Ann Arbor. Sorry, and it is hosted by the wonderful and talented Chris Buhalis. You should look him up, and a bunch of artists get together on John Lennon's honor around John Lennon's birthday, and we do a benefit concert for the Veterans for Peace, the chapter here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And obviously, we didn't get to do that last year, but although we did do a virtual one. Anyways, every year, like when you're doing this, like multiple year after year after year, and you've got 15 artists all picking a song, it's really hard to find one that nobody else has either already done or that you haven't
It's a
done.
mad scramble.
It's a mad scramble. And, the first one to say, I'm doing this one, gets it. And so,
This one guy always gets Imagine.
well, there's sort of this rotating crew of people that do Imagine and come together. And anyway, so, we decided to go out on a limb and do something nobody in their right mind would try and do. Here we go. See what happens. Ready, bud?
Yes.
A 1, 2, a 1, 2. For the benefit of Mr. Kite, there will be a show tonight on trampoline. The Hendersons will all be there. Leda, Pablo, thank us fair. What a scene. Over men and horses, hoops and garters. Lastly, through a hogshead of real fire. In this way, Mr. K will challenge the world. Oh, the celebrating Mr. K performs his feat on Saturday at Bishopsgate. The Hendersons will dance and sing as Mr. Kite flies through the ring, so don't be late. Mr. K and H assure the public their production will be second to none. And of course, Henry the Horse dances the waltz. At 10 to 6 as Mr. K performs his tricks without the sound. And Mr. H will demonstrate 10 somersets he'll undertake on solid ground. We've been some days in preparation, a splendid time is guaranteed for all. And tonight Mr. Kite is topping the bill.
Man,
Caps.
that's heavy.
Dang.
Come on, Rob.
Oh my
Just
God.
put on the guitar and get out.
No, don't do that.
I know
So
that.
distracted, I forgot the tune. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys are playing the last song of the evening, so should we talk about the finale number, Jenny? Or
Yeah.
the grand finale that we're reusing?
Well, I just want to say again, what an honor it has been to have Miles and Mafale Annie and Rod Capps, and everybody on YouTube and Facebook who's watching with us tonight. Thank you guys all so much
nice
for
of you to
being
join
here. Really, you made our Good Friday a great Friday. And I want to also thank Annie, who is hosting the show tonight. And her technological prowess exceeds my own. I am not sorry to say. And so thank you for that, Annie. And tell us after, first of all, our wonderful final duo is going to play the cover song that you have been patiently waiting for and anxiously guessing. And I don't know, Catherine and Jay, has anyone been right about that song?
Let's find out.
All right.
To be revealed in a
In song?
No, we'll reveal it.
All right.
I'll reveal it.
This would be the time.
This would be the time. Wait, before though, I'm gonna say, how amazing has it been to share another evening with you guys, and everybody listening. Thank you so much for letting us do this, because mostly we would just like to do it.
I was going to say.
You guys weren't there, and it's so nice
Yeah.
that you're there. I think the styles. You're right. 3 married couples, but also who work together, but stylistically, just I've been such a happy audience member.
Amen.
Me too.
Sarah.
Very well
So,
said, yeah.
so much. Me too. Me too. And I love being able to be here in this room with you.
Yes,
Like, and
indeed.
it's like, yeah, let's spotlight you lovelies. We can talk about the finale number after they play their awesome song.
So the winner of this evening's contest, or at least the one that we tried to forward on Facebook, is Miss Janice Brill. She guessed it, and I quickly signed off because I didn't want to give it away. But I didn't know how to sign it without, so I was like, I'm signing off to go do the show. But Janice, you hit the nail on the head. The reason we're doing this song, and I think rightly so, two things happened. One, dear friends of ours who have a new baby this year, well, technically last year into this year, but they were lamenting the fact that the baby prefers Baby Shark to any Beatles song. So I think it's appropriate. Like, just we felt their pain as they discussed this with us.
So we're going to cover Baby Shark.
Yes, no. And then this year, and I don't know, maybe all of you people know this already, but this year, the Library of Congress added this song to the National Recording Registry, and I think that's perfect. It's one of, I'm going to speak for me.
Not a Beatles song.
Not a Beatles song. One of my favorite all-time ever songs. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it, but I know they're wrong. Wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish must be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Who said that every wish must be heard and answered. Ooh, I messed up the lyrics. I'm so sorry.
1, 2, 3 from that verse.
Have you been half asleep and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da da dee da da doo, la la da 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 dee da doo.
Yeah.
Close to getting it all right. So sorry.
That was perfect.
I think you sang that better than Kermit.
Oh my
I
God,
think
the
you sang that better
modulation.
than
What a
Kermit.
killer modulation. Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you see me? I got all excited. I was afraid that my waving hands distracted you.
That's what I thought too, because I was like, dang, girl.
None of the guitar players noticed the capo change in the modulation, right?
Nope.
Oh, I
see
didn't
a thing.
realize that. I'm sorry. I was, yes. Well played, sir.
Mm. Beautiful.
Wow.
Loved it. Perfect song to finish it. Maybe we should.
No, it's good. Yeah.
How'd you guys pick that song? Just your favorite song?
How do we pick it?
Yeah.
The two things. One, the fact that it was just added to the National Registry. The Library of Congress just did that picked it as one of the songs they pick every year. This was one of them, and I thought that was totally perfect. And a day before I heard that, friends of ours were telling us how Baby Shark was the only thing that their baby wanted to hear, not any Beatles song that they wanted to play. So
and so you got from there to Kermit. I got you.
Yes. Better
Yeah.
kids songs.
Better
Appropriate
kids songs.
And you know
Yes.
what? Also, let's just leave it at that. Better kids songs.
Plus, in a certain light, one of us looks a little bit.
No.
I don't want to say Muppet-ish, but basically.
I think you guys just did the definitive version of that song. So I didn't know
Yeah.
if you were like, let's see what we can be the definitive version singers.
Yeah.
That was
I
just
don't
like
know.
such a great version of that.
Yep.
You guys kind of knocked Rubber Ducky out of the park. So if we're doing
Yeah.
a Muppet thing, I think that
Yeah.
Andy and
Ernie.
Rod
Right.
need to-
Yeah.
I
You
know,
know, I
we
mean,
we gotta step up a little bit.
I
Some
know.
things we
playing on that Beatles song was okay, but the Muppet song.
No, I got to work on the Muppet angle, definitely.
Doesn't
Yeah.
Miss Piggy have a song that she's famous for? I'm sure I could
think
do that.
so, yeah. Yes.
All right. Enough
Um,
Muppets.
Well, everyone, we've loved being with you tonight. Truly, Good Friday was a great Friday. We hope whatever you celebrate, that you know how grateful we are. We got to celebrate it with you tonight. Annie, I'm actually going to turn it over to you to tell everybody about how we're going to wrap the night.
Oh, okay. Well, the only thing I wanted to say was that first of all, thank you, Jenny and Robin, and you guys for hosting us, and Catherine and Jay. The four of you, I just think we should do this every month. We've already talked about it. I think it's too much fun, and you inspire the pants off me, and it's a good thing you can't see because
It's mutual.
they're gone. And I'm completely, I don't know, we just talk about how much we are madly in love with you guys.
Yeah.
So, sorry if it's a
been
little
great to
obsessive,
hang out.
but
Mutual.
Well, that what was it? Never mind. I had a whole thing. So when we played back in February, we had a little bit more time on our hands, or I was more, less wiped out or something, but we managed to, come up with a group recording of John Prine's song that we thought, was perfect for a Valentine's, but it's still perfect for love at any time. And so we decided that we were going to recycle that, and we are. But at the very end of it, it's very possible it thanks the Ark and a lot of people. And I don't want anyone to be confused by by that. I'll try to cancel it, but I think we're going to basically end the stream right after that. So this is it for us. So we get to wave goodbye right
Bye,
now.
everybody. Thank you so much.
Oh, we love you all so much. Thank you for being here, and thank you for. We see all our just pals on the chat. It's great to see you guys.
really
My goodness,
fun,
this
yeah.
I'm glad I didn't see it before that they were here. There's people here.
There's people here.
I thought it was just us.
It's
More
okay,
soon.
honey.
Good night, you guys.
It's all right.
Good
There we
night.
go.
Bye,
There we
everybody.
go.
Bye, all.
Oops. No, wait. Oh, wait. Okay. Hopefully.
Oh, it's happening.
Wait. I got it. Here we go.
Oh, it's coming.
Ta-da! Oh, the glory of true love is a wild and precious thing. It don't grow on old magnolias or only blossom in the spring. No, the glory of true love will last your whole life through. Never will go out of fashion. Always will look good on you. You can climb the highest mountain, touch the moon and stars above, but Old Faithful's just a fountain compared to the glory of true love.
Long before I met you, darling, Lord, I thought I had it all. I could have my lunch in London and my dinner in St. Paul.
Got some friends in Albuquerque, where the governor calls me God. You can give them all the goodwill for the glory of true love. You can climb the highest mountain, touch the moon and stars above, but Old Faithful's just a fountain compared to the glory of true love. Glory, 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 glory. You can never get enough. Time alone will tell the story of the glory of true love. Glory, 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 glory. You can never get enough. Time alone will tell the story of the glory of true love.